Gaelcholaiste. Great, Margaret. And Tara, August, to talk to Cronin. I wanted to address and share time with my colleague Deputy Cronin, and indeed we send our best wishes to Deputy Durkin and Deputy Murphy. I know is supporting the motion as well. And indeed we do in Kildare tend to work together on these issues, which I think is a very good and actually collaborative way to finish out the term, I might say as well. So it's very much a team effort. The points have already been outlined to the Chamber. The Gaelcholaiste Kildare took a long time to get established. I remember they were campaigning for many years to have this second level Gaelcholaiste established in Kildare, and indeed the current mayor of Kildare, Councillor Nisha Carrul, is very much involved in the school, and his own father, Colm Carrul, would have led the campaign for over 20, if not 30 years to get it to this point. And it's only in recent years, last couple of years, that they've actually got their own school established. The school is in being. But unfortunately, they really are, even though they have a new school, they're playing second fiddle, and they're receiving the hand-me-downs of the other schools, because no sooner had Maynooth Post-Primary moved up the road from the old school, what would be called the old school site, to the new site on the Mhaigh Road, which is a brand spanking new school, which took a significant effort to get going as well, and it's thankfully is up and running now. Then the old building has now been nominated potentially for the Gaelcholaiste. But that's not even in place yet, because many of the students are in the Manor Mill Shopping Centre and going to and fro from the shopping centre down the stairs across the road into the old school building. So really they were in a case of the little sister or little brother getting the hand-me-downs rather than getting a building fit for purpose. And the difficulty with this, not only a difficulty for the current students, but there is a significant demand for education to the medium of Irish at second level in Kildare. That momentum ahead of steam, the build up and the excitement about finally getting their own Gaelcholaiste approved in the area, really is being a little bit derailed now and threatened because of the lack of capacity and the uncertainty about the school building. Means those children and families are understandably, in some cases, sending the children elsewhere, including out of the county or back into an English language medium. So really, for the benefit of all, including the medium of Irish, the benefit of families in the school and prospective families, I'd ask the Minister to, and I think there is some progress being made. I have been talking to Minister Foley, but perhaps the Minister can give us the latest position on that.
And taking this question on behalf of Minister Foley, who is regrettably unavailable, again to wish best wishes to Deputy Durkin and Deputy Murphy, and thank the deputies for working on this issue together. I think it's admirable. And just want to get an opportunity to outline to the House the position regarding the provision of permanent accommodation for Gaelcholaiste and Nuad, County Kildare. As a deputy may be aware, Gaelcholaiste and Nuad was established in 2020 as a multi-denominational Irish medium Gaelcholaiste under the patronage of Kildare and Wicklow Education Training Board. The school has a current enrolment of 66 pupils for 2021-22 school year. The school is currently located in interim accommodation in Manor Mills, pending delivery of permanent accommodation. In relation to the permanent accommodation solution for the school, it is intended that Gaelcholaiste will be located in the former Maynooth Post-Primary School building. The pending delivery of the school's permanent accommodation, the Department recently approved funding to KWETB to undertake refurbishment works in the former Maynooth Post-Primary School property to facilitate access to additional specialist accommodation by Gaelcholaiste and Nuad. This accommodation includes science, woodwork and home economics rooms. The delivery of the refurbishment project has been devolved to KWETB for delivery. The Department of Education understands that this project is due to be completed within the next 2 months. With regard to determining the options available in meeting the Gaelcholaiste's permanent accommodation needs, the Department of Education permitted KWETB to carry out an option study of the former post-primary school building, which is in KWETB's ownership. In order to ensure that optimal use is made of the property and in support of the achievement of value for money, KWETB appointed a consultant to undertake an option study of the property concerned. KWETB has furnished the option study report to the Department, and this is currently being assessed. The Department is examining the proposals put forward in the study, and it is in the Department's intention to consult with KWETB regarding this matter in the near future, with a view to finalising a long-term plan for the school. I hope that will be welcomed by the deputies. Thank you, Minister, for the update. And as has been said, the refurbishment works, I think, are overdue at this stage, and that needs to progress. I suppose the refurbishment works, while welcome when they do take place, are really a sticking plaster, because the long-term plan is needed, some clarity on that. And
It's not a bad idea that they would occupy what would be the old post-primary site, but as I said already, not in the condition that's currently in. It would need a significant upgrade, whether that's a knock and rebuild or whether that's a complete refurbishment of the building. And I suppose the school are looking for clarity amongst everything else, and not just the school, because the school have admirably managed, the board of management, the principal and the team, the school team have managed and are putting best foot forward. But really, they're trying to attract pupils. They're trying to, and this is actually a problem of success because it's been so popular, and they got to the stage of getting approval for this new Gaelcholaiste. But as I say, that progress threatens to be derailed if parents have to make a call: is their child going to be attending a school in a shopping centre, in an old dilapidated school building, in either or both or neither in the next year, 2 or 3 years? They're going to perhaps vote with their feet and send the children to other options, and that could, in the long term, undermine the viability of the school, which would be a shame, having culminated in a couple of decades of campaigning to get it open in the first place. And it is thriving, but it does need that certainty. I believe the Minister Foley may be looking to meet with the TDs after the break, and that's welcome also. Would represent progress